you're
We didn't do the. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Supernatural Inc. and the Supernatural Inc. Network. I am Greg, and I am your host for Mariner of Spirit. And I'm sort of really excited tonight because we've got a very, very special person. Before we bring him on, I want to go ahead and mention the few things that I normally mention before I start the show. Number one, it's the people I support, and we're still at the same level that we were last time. I'm still waiting on two other ones, but we have Potographs with Tim Miley and his wife Lauren, and they raise money through events where they go ahead and they'll have like so many speakers running it, and they'll have the speakers there, and they'll have like a mini pair. They'll be at a haunted location, and it's always a great experience because the people that Tim and Lauren pick to speak at these events are really, really people that know what they're talking about, and they do an excellent job, and they mingle, and they're there with you for the whole time. And if you get the opportunity, check them out. And I believe they have one event coming up, and that's Potographs. Secondly is PKC, Paranormal Kicks Cancer, and that's Chris Gaskowski and Alex Wilkinson, and they're from down in Florida. And they do the same basic thing. They raise money, except their fundraisers are for cancer research. So if you get the opportunity to check them out, what they do is they'll do haunted locations, and they'll sell tickets, and then they'll teach people how to go ahead and do certain things and certain techniques, etc. And it's really interesting to see how they work. And they're from down in Florida, and like I said before, all their funds go to cancer research. Secondly is it's the big one. It's the one that I think is of some importance as far as not only us, but the community and the people that join the shows and see. And that's the people that are the authors that have been on the show. So we have Bruce Holliday, Tobias Wayland, Adam Benedict, Kathy Kressel, Barnaby Jones, Sherilyn Cotter, Dr. Heatherly Langdon, Lynn Monet, Ron Iacovetti, Victoria Munday, Tony Rathman, Natalie Jones, Patty Negri, Sylvia Schultz, Amelia Cotter, Rex Nielsen, David Sloan, Christina Bloom, D.A. Whitesong Pellet. We have at the bottom Dr. Rebecca Buster. He also one of the authors on that particular line there His name is David Sloan, and he's from Key West. And right now he has a new book that he just out like 3 or 4 about the Kennedy assassination. So if you get the opportunity, check all these authors out. And without way, I'm losing too much time here. We're going to go ahead and bring on our guest. And this is the godfather of the paranormal, Mr. John Zaffis.
How you doing?
Come on. Come on. How you doing, John?
I'm doing good, buddy. How you
Do you
doing?
mind
Good.
me calling you Johnny? Or good, good, good.
I usually
Great
go
to
by
have you.
Johnny. So
And
yeah,
here, okay, okay. We'll call you Johnny. That's
I'm
great.
fine with
And
that. Yep.
I'm going to bring KD back on because he's probably going to go and he'll
He know
probably
he knows he wants to be
shoot
out
me
here.
if
Who's
I
he
don't go
kidding?
ahead and bring him on fast enough. But we're all pick on each other like that.
Yep.
So it's great to have any word that I could go ahead and describe because of the things that you've been involved with and the places you've been and the things the people that were involved with
You're
you
cutting.
when
You're
you
cutting
had
out. You're
your
cutting out
show
bad.
on. They still with you. I mean, Canto is always. I always see him at the Parakeet. It was your daughter and son, right?
Yeah, my son Chris and my daughter Amy that had worked on the show, and you're referring to Brian Cano. He's like one of my kids. I mean, he's been around probably just the same amount of time. I've known Brian for many
Yeah.
many years prior to the show. So
Has my mic been muted the whole time?
has what?
My mic was muted the whole time. I was saying
Yeah,
stuff.
I think
Uh,
so.
Holy cow. Okay. That's fine.
Maybe that caused that today.
Yeah,
So
never mind.
we keep on going in and out. I don't know if it's the reception or what's going on tonight,
Dude, yeah,
but
you're breaking up. I think
something weird is
Me and
happening.
Johnny are I think we're pretty much
They're probably going
um,
ahead and taking us all
yeah, Craig,
they're
you're
going to
you're
take us
breaking
all
you're
on a
breaking up bad.
yeah, you're breaking up bad, bud. You want to log out and log back in and see if that fixes
okay.
it?
I how am I now?
No, you're gonna have to
I could do
sign. You're
that.
gonna have to leave the studio and come back in. I think. Can you hear me?
Okay. I'll you on here.
Okay. Well, hey Johnny,
Hey, bud.
I'll be I'll be Greg's fill in for a minute here. So dude, I've been listening to like audiobooks of yours. What was the most recent one that oh my goodness. What did
I It would be haunted by the things you love. Demon Haunted. Those two are
Demon
audiobooks.
Demon
Demon
Haunted?
Haunted,
Yeah,
yeah.
Demon Haunted. Yeah, I man, I listen to that because I work on arcade games, so I drive around all over Kansas, and I listen to that yeah, probably 4 or 5 times now. I love that book. So yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Thought that was a good book.
that was what Rosemary
That's
Ellen
totally
Guiley.
worth it, y'all. Yeah, Rosemary. Yep, and rest in peace. And
Yeah.
but she so that was one of the first books that and then I read oh man, I've read so many since then, or listened to so many of yours. And also well, Brian Cano.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was always a fan of Brian Cano too. Y'all had a really good show, man. I think my show was crap that I was on. Not the first one, not Morgan City, but like Devil's Perch, it was kind of crap.
Well,
You know?
it gets crazy, with the shows. Yeah, again, when you're trying to pull something together and trying to work on stuff. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it wasn't your senior producer Rick Sassoon on those.
No, I never heard of that name. No,
Oh, okay.
well, our field producer was Brian Peterson.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm confusing things then.
Yeah,
All right.
and I
Yeah.
don't even think it was his fault. It's not his fault. It's they wanted the same. It was like it was just an identical, like a photocopy of
Right.
Morgan City. It was so ridiculous. They had to pick the same, like just about the same identical band. But anyway, your show always seems so like y'all were actually trying to do something. Ours was just ridiculous, and but yeah. Anyway, Brian Kano, I loved y'all in Haunted Collector.
Yeah, we had to, again. It was rough doing it and everything, but
Yeah.
the 3 seasons we did do,
You,
it's amazing today. It still is as popular as it was, when it was on TV. Thank goodness for streaming.
Oh yeah, streaming. That's where it's
Yeah.
going. That's where it's going.
Oh
TV's kind
yeah.
of,
Yeah.
like everybody should get into streaming, and like the days of like trying to get a TV show or kind of over, right? Like all these people, it's like don't waste your time, man. Just start a YouTube channel, TikTok channel, whatever, and you can do your work on there. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm of course I'm not like you know million subscriber YouTuber or anything, but I think it's a way it could be a better, has
Platform.
way more potential than you would
Yeah.
ever have being on TV shows on like Travel Channel, which they're not doing a lot of anymore anyway.
No, there's not. They just actually greenlit 2 or 3 paranormal things, which I was happy to hear. That again, that to bring some of it back. So that's going to be a cool thing. But
Yeah,
as
but
far
what
as
is it?
regular TV goes, that I
Because if
think
it's like if it's
it's
like
just
goes to Devil's Perch, like who cares? That's the
I
I mean,
know.
Ghost Adventures. Everybody hates on Zach Baggins, but like
Yeah, but they watch them. They
he's
still watch them.
he's the most entertaining one. He's got the
Yeah,
best. He's got that formula. And
yeah.
they hate on him for it, and they say, "Oh, he's an asshole." But dude, he's a producer. He's like the
Hey,
executive producer.
he
I
walks
haven't met
away with
one
a
that's not
yeah.
right. Yeah,
He
but
walks
that's
away
not
with a
me.
pretty. The other thing too is because I laugh when people say that. I know him. I don't know. You know what I mean? I know him. I've
Yeah,
talked to him several
yeah.
times,
I've never
and
met him. Yeah.
he's nothing like that behind the scenes.
No, I
He's
figure I just have met like producers, like film producers and stuff, and I just know that they are when they're working, man, they don't have time for nonsense. Like they're focused on right now, and I have ADD, so I'm like all over the place. I have
yeah.
my lab and everything, but anyway, yeah. So I've built devices, right, that based on your
you guys
TV
in and out
show,
now.
Haunted Collector, right?
Uh-huh.
And I would love to. Actually, I want to build you a touch plate and send it to you. So
You think I'm
it's
crossing again?
a conductive plate that you can put an item on, and it builds a field through it. And if something comes close to that object, then it will set off an alarm, basically. So
That sounds cool.
yeah, and so that'd
Yeah.
be good for you to yeah, and I have another one too. It's got electrodes you can attach to like different like two sides of something, like I don't know, like an old pistol, revolver or something,
Yeah.
and take readings off of it, and it would like spit out words and stuff. Yeah, but anyway, and
They
also
sound cool. That
and
sounds great.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I'd like to, but anyway, I'm fanboying over here. But Greg, sorry I hijacked your show.
I think
Greg?
he's still frozen.
He's still frozen.
Yeah.
Greg, do you want me to
Is,
stay on since you're frozen up pretty good
am I now?
and talk to John?
Am I here or not?
Yeah, you're here, right? It's, almost. You were almost back. Yes, you're in and out, dude.
I don't know. I don't know why it's. I don't know
Can you
why
get on?
it's
It's
doing
the
this.
gremlins. It's
Right.
the
That's the
internet
gremlins.
gremlins.
Yeah, it's
I
what
went
are they
totally
called? The
back out and
oh
came back
man,
in,
what are those things called?
and then you guys were having little circles go around on both you.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, this is frustrating. But I'm gonna I'm gonna try to go back out once more unless you can hear me now.
I can hear you.
You
Yeah,
can.
it
Yeah, we
seems
can
like
hear
You
you
you.
go
cleared
out.
up just like
Stay
in
in
the
there,
past
Katie.
2 seconds. Yeah, yeah. But I'll stay here just in case.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
way better. Yep.
That it's
You
when we started talking, Katie, it can be much more descriptive as far as the techniques and the equipment that he's gone ahead and put together for the community. I mean, he has some amazing pieces of work that he's done as far as ITC is concerned. If you hear me cut out, just give me the line,
no, you're good. Keep going. I'll
Katie.
let you know.
Okay. But what I was trying to say was that with that being with that being said, and your interest where you are at today. And I know you had mentioned the fact that, everybody else brings all the equipment and things like this. And go ahead and as far as an investigation is concerned, do
But
they complicate your life, or is it, easy come, easy? And they have to
I'm not
be
catching
sort
hardly
of,
anything you're saying.
I think what he's saying is that people like nowadays that everybody's using a lot of equipment.
Uh huh.
Does that kind of complicate what you have traditionally done, and like your techniques and stuff, or have you kind of adapted to like doing new, like using equipment and like later technology and stuff, as opposed to probably our best ghost detecting tools, which is our five senses, or sixth sense maybe. But I think he's asking,
Okay.
how do you feel about the equipment thing?
I'm all for the equipment. Uh,
Okay.
the more things that people create, the more things that people build, the more of a chance we get to document things.
Yeah.
So therefore, as we know, I'm an engineer by trade. So
Right.
again, and now I chase Casper. Go figure that one out. But
Hey.
when you have to have repeatability, and that's one thing that's very difficult within our work and everything. But
Yep.
the
Yep.
more equipment that's developed, the more things that are going on. I think it has helped to bring more to the forefront. So that's important. And
Yeah.
that's getting it
It's
documented.
like a validation. It's like secondary validation. Like EVPs. Do you put much stock in EVPs and
Absolutely.
that's kind of
Yes,
a
I do.
core foundation, so I would assume so.
Yeah,
But
I still
the,
that I
with
think that always will be.
yeah. Well, and that is one of the core like foundations of instrumental transcommunication. ITC is EVP recording,
Yeah.
and that's kind of that's where the spirit box kind of I believe evolved from. We went from Jorgen, uh, recording EVPs on a Wax recorder. Uh, when he was trying to record bird songs,
Hmm.
to Frank Sumption making the first ghost box, or even the Routave diode, all forms of ITC. And then for Frank Sumption with the first kind of modern day spirit box. But there was ITC, there was the ITC, what was it, the oh man, I can't remember what it was called. Metaphysical Institute, that's what it was. And they like documented all different types of ITC. Have you ever heard of the Spiricom? And I
Yes.
think his name was Bill O'Neill, the psychic medium who claimed to be the only one who could operate the Spiricom because he had psychic ability, and
Yeah.
he required that. So that kind of stuff's always fascinated me, and that's all kind of intermingled. You had the fish box in Germany with the video feedback loop work that they've done, where they've captured the faces and all that stuff. And anyway, I think it, and the interesting thing to me is the haunted items thing, right? Like, I'll take antique things like antique radios, and and you inspired all this. I swear you did. You inspired every bit of it, because I was like, well, okay, if these things could be haunted items, right? If these objects, the natural materials, kind of absorb the energy or whatever when things happen, or when people own them, then maybe if I build a spirit box out of it, then that will kind of contribute, that haunted item energy could contribute to maybe spirit communication. And anyway, I'm kind of a nerd about that. Sorry, I'm rambling.
Yeah, but nothing wrong with that, dude. You just brought up 5 or 6 different things that I think are cool. And
Yeah.
those are things that help to advance, our studies. So no, that's cool. I think
Yeah.
that's great. Yeah.
And also, like, a more physical, like, direct to the haunted item thing with ITC is, what I'll do is I'll have antennas set up for EMF, and as well as like like a antenna clamp, and I'll attach them to like whole houses, like the water pipes in houses, and
Hmm.
different haunted objects and stuff that people claim are haunted objects, spirit boards, all that type of stuff. And I've had some interesting results as far as all that goes. But those signals from that are driving a spirit box that I make. So I'm taking if there is some sort of energy attached to those items, I would take the energy from those items through the electrodes and the antenna and the EMF reading, and generate audio and see if I could get a response. I think that's an awesome way to develop a narrative. You know what I mean? What do you think about that? Like, a lot of the devices that people use nowadays are like binary response devices, right? What do you think about that?
Yeah. Again too. No matter what you're doing or how you're doing it, you're helping anything to move forward with the field. Me, I'm very old world with this stuff. I go in to investigate. I got my tape recorder with me. Now I use
Yeah,
my cell phone to take pictures.
right.
But
Yeah,
the rest of the people I work with and everything, with the amount of horns, bells, and whistles with the equipment, it's cool. I mean, there's a lot of equipment. I don't even know how the hell to turn it on. So, I laugh, but the results when they get things recorded, they get information that helps us with the investigations. To me, that's what counts.
now, see, what kind of, okay, so let's say you were gonna take a team out and do an investigation. What types of experiments would you focus on in an investigation? Like, I know it's kind of a blanket question. Okay, so more specifically, let's say, I don't know, a Oh man, the Pythian Castle.
Hmm.
What types of experiments would you like focus on? Because a lot of people will just get everything out. They'll get the REM pods out. They'll get the and they got the stuff everywhere, right? They can, and
Oh
nobody's.
yeah.
It's not really that organized. I feel like there should be a focus, and that's something also that I got from watching your work was like you would have a specific like you had an idea of what was going on and you would kind of focus in on doing these things and not just like REM pods everywhere and you know like rope lights that are going off and bells and stuff and everything, so and like 15 REM pods everywhere. But so what would you like like electronic voice phenomenon? That's your favorite thing.
Yeah.
So
You know,
you're an audio guy as well, right? Yeah, yeah,
yeah. Again,
yeah.
too, it depends. You have to look at the circumstances on what you're dealing with,
Right, right,
because
right.
people are going to want to pull out a lot of equipment, and to be honest with you, now I'm watching, again, a lot of the YouTube shows and different things like that, and it's getting a little over
Silly.
crazy over with all of the equipment,
Yeah.
because now everybody's just taking a step looking at all the equipment and not even really focusing on the haunting.
Yeah, it's like it's about doing uh using all the things that light up and make beeping noises and stuff, and that freaks them out and stuff. Like I think that like the type of work that you're that Ed and Lorraine Warren did, they were going out to places to doing home cases, which we used to do back in the day, but man, it's like there's too much liability nowadays. Like it would take something serious, man. You know what
Dude, dude, tell me about it. A
Yeah,
lot of people, look at it that way, and again, I understand it, because there is, you got to be careful what you're saying, what you're doing, how you're doing it when it comes into residential. So there's a lot of people. That's why I smiled when you said that have said that to me. They go, John, we've backed way off of residential cases because there's too much, thing that goes on, and today it just could turn into a big liability
yep,
situation. I've
yep.
seen it happen to a lot of the researchers, and again, it, it, it's a hard thing, but again, it's the nature of it. It's
It is, and the best you can do. I think I learned from one of the best. Greg Myers. He was very thorough when it come to who he would allow to join the team PTF.
mm-hmm,
He would do background checks. Not only that, they had to actually have like some sort of specialty. Like they've not just like, oh yeah, I thought ghosts were cool for like 7 years, man. I thought it was since I saw the first episode of Ghost Adventures, bro. I thought the ghosts were dope. It's like that's not enough. You got to be like have some sort of serious like attitude towards investigating it or whatever. But you know what? I've asked you a lot of questions, Johnny. I'm gonna turn it over to Greg now. I apologize, Greg, but I'm done now, and I'm gonna get out of y'all's hair.
Hey, you know what?
But Johnny, I would love
Can
to
you hear
like
me
meet
now?
up and do an investigation together.
all
That
right,
would
man.
be so awesome. I'll bring all my stuff out and we'll do all kinds of things. We'll do so many different things. We'll do yeah, ITC stuff. I'll show you some cool stuff. And then you can
Cool.
show me some cool stuff.
You better drag me along.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, yeah,
Can you
yeah.
hear
Well,
me?
we're going to be doing some events in Ohio.
Okay.
I mean, where are you at,
Okay.
Johnny?
Oh, I'm Connecticut.
Connecticut. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I
He's
might
up in the
be
East Coast, aren't
doing
you?
something out on the East Coast too. So, I'll holler at you. We're friends on
I
Facebook.
Yeah, I was just gonna tell you, you're up in this neck of the woods, or you're around anywhere, give me a holler, dude. And if I'm
Yeah, yeah,
around and
yeah.
I'm free, I'll catch up with you. Yeah.
Sweet. How would you feel about if doing some kind of like an event if I flew you out and do and all that stuff and paid you?
Well, we'll talk about it. So,
Sweet.
definitely.
Cool. I got some cool ones coming up. Okay.
All right, man.
Awesome. All right.
All
Talk
right.
to you later, Johnny. Thank you,
Okay,
Greg,
dude.
for letting me come on and bug y'all. Love you, Greg.
Anytime. I hope keep track of what's going on. So love you too. Just let's keep it going. Make sure this thing doesn't go dead.
Oh yeah, no,
Can
I'm
you
gonna
hear
put.
me
I'm gonna
now,
keep it up.
John?
I'm just gonna get. I'm just gonna get off screen. I'm just gonna get out of your hair. I'll be right down here at the bottom. You'll be able to see me, bro.
Okay.
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 All right. Hey.
Okay. I just don't want
Beyond
to.
Paranormal
It's starting to freak
Radio
me
Show.
out.
What's up, bros? My brother. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. I'm
normal.
getting out of here. All right. Sorry. All right.
That's for sure. So we're sort of stymied on time. That's for sure. And to bring up your old. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you right now. Yep.
You can't hear me at all.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. So what I was what I was going to say is I was going to talk a little bit about your museum because the last time anybody's seen your museum, I think, is when you had the show.
Yeah.
Are you still currently keeping all of the items?
Oh yeah. No, I
So that's got to
still.
be quite a few items considering the amount of show.
Yeah, no, I still do investigations. I still get involved with. Actually, there was just recently a case I got involved with a few days ago over a haunted doll, and went out to work on that case, helped the people out, and brought the item back. So I'm still actively, you know, working on cases that do tie in with, the items and with several other, the regular work that I do. I don't go out all the time investigating like I used to. Number one, I just don't have the energy to do it. So again, I help a lot of different
Right.
spiritual friends of mine, paranormal friends of mine, and things like that. I jump in and help out a lot with more counseling with a lot of things. But there's no way, Jose, I'll ever stop going out and investigating. As long as I can still move, I'm going out and investigating. Because that to me is an important element of our work.
Now,
And go ahead.
when I brought it up, it was, I was interested in the fact that, your aunt and uncle
Mm-hmm.
in your early beginnings, did they sort of lay the real foundation for you as far as your techniques were concerned?
At the time, yes. Oh, absolutely. I mean that is my foundation. And again, um, because a lot of people look at them going from just a Roman Catholic perspective, and that's really they really weren't 100% going by that. That was their belief system and their practice. So therefore, that's what they went by. But they got involved with a lot of other things, with spiritualists. They would work with rabbis, ministers, priests, shamans, medicine men. That's how I got exposed to a lot of those different things and opened me up to understanding a lot of that stuff. And it gave me a better understanding of what actual magic was like and what it was about. Because again, people look at it and feel that they just went from that perspective, like I said, due to the movies and stuff like that. But there was a whole nother world with them that, had nothing to do with the way they portray them in the movies and stuff. They would get into it. I mean, as far as equipment and stuff went, he always stayed right down to your basics. And his whole thing was, you know, um, right up into the 2000s till they went down. We'd have different pieces of equipment, different things like that, and he would look at it and say, "Hey, you guys want to use it? You use it." He'd go in, do his interviewing, check things out. She would go in to see what she could pick up, and then they would basically base on things like that. Then, if we went in as the researcher team to investigate, a lot of us as quote unquote we were students, they would want to know if we got EVPs or photographs, or did we record any sounds or anything that was unique. So therefore, that is my foundation, and I still stick to it. Do I look at things probably a lot more openly and differently when people refer to things being, something that could be demonic or possession or that nature? I look at a lot of it more from a different perspective now. A good example, and I talk about this quite frequently when it comes into poltergeist cases. They're phenomenal to this day to me because they're intriguing. But years ago, we used to think it was demonic. If somebody got scratched or pushed or something got broke, it was the devil doing it. Today, we all have a better understanding that it's PK, psychic kinetic energy. And these children just tap into it, and they're able to harness certain things to be able to cause things to occur and happen. And it's not really anything demonic whatsoever. So therefore, as long as you keep advancing and you keep an open mind when investigating, getting involved with things, and looking for answers, I think that's what's most important to me than anything else. Why is something happening, or why is it occurring? I got taught that 50 some odd years ago, and I still follow that structure of it.
So, as far as what we were talking about with your haunted museum and looking at what are your plans for the museum? I missed that.
I totally lost you. I didn't get what you said.
You didn't pick it up, did you? Did you hear that?
No, I'm not hearing you.
Okay. What I was asked, let's try it again. What I was asking was, do you have any plans for your home?
Nothing you said came out. Nothing got heard.
Oh, like this, Johnny.
KD, did you hear what he said?
See if that's going to make any difference.
No, I didn't hear I couldn't make out what he was saying either.
I know he's asking something about the museum, but I wasn't.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Go ahead, Greg. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here. I just won't say nothing.
The museum, and if he has plans for the future with that.
Is there any plans with the museum for the future?
Yeah.
Am I still currently looking for a location? Absolutely. I have never stopped.
I apologize, everybody.
It's okay, Greg.
And I keep looking, but as we all know today, trying to get in that.
No, maybe try logging out and get back in. Okay. All right, go ahead, Johnny. Sorry.
Yeah, no, he asking if I'm still in pursuit and looking for a piece of property. Yeah, but unfortunately, everything's so damn expensive these days. You can barely even afford to keep your house, let alone, some of these guys, that have the museums, they're very fortunate that, they've been able to make a lot of money to be able to build it up and support it and get it established. And, I think that's cool. And, I'm glad that, some people could do that and get it to be able to move forward and be able to afford all that. That's cool.
Have you?
Would I like to see?
maybe doing like a nonprofit, like a 501(c)(3).
It doesn't matter. You still got utility bills. You still got
Oh yeah,
taxes.
sure. But I mean, then you could take, you could donations would be like a huge, you'd be surprised, like if you yeah, and made it like a historical type thing, and
Right.
like a paranormal museum and historical society, and then you had a board and everything. Not that owned it, but that kind of controlled the museum side of it, and then
That's the problem right there,
maybe
bud.
do you have like a local historical district in a city, like a small town or something close by?
Yeah, but you're letting go of control of the museum. I'd be
True.
letting control. Okay,
Yeah,
I've checked
yeah,
into
yeah.
all that.
Okay,
Um,
yeah. I was just,
yeah.
I'm the president of the Smithville, Missouri Historical Society, so I was thinking out loud, like maybe you could do this, but yeah, sometimes you don't want other people's fingers in your Kool-Aid.
Yeah, it gets a little difficult when you do certain things like that, or
Yeah.
you're letting things out of
Kool-Aid.
your environment, because then you could have two or three people go against you. I checked into all
Sure.
that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It
You're
was worth
definitely
checking
right.
into.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, that kind of sucks. Well, do you plan on doing like investigations there? Do you do that now or?
No, I
Oh,
can't.
okay.
It's a totally um, private museum. Every once in a while, if some of my friends are coming through town or something, and they want to stop and go downstairs, check it out, do some EVPs or something like that, I don't have any problem with that.
Okay. That's
Again,
cool.
yeah, I like stuff like that. As a matter of
Yeah,
fact,
yeah, that's kind of like me, like I'm not just letting everybody come down into my lab, man. It's like,
yeah,
nah, dude, if I know you, then
yeah,
yeah, you're welcome into the dungeon. But yeah, no.
yeah. I've turned down quite a few different, situations where I could
You,
have
can you hear me
to
now?
do that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, well I'm sure people would like, that would be a big deal if you did investigations there. I bet people would pay all kinds of money to do that.
Well, probably.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there, like you name it, like every if there's an asylum in a small
You've
town
got
somewhere, you could it's like $600-700 a night to do for a team to do an investigation easily. So like you could probably bring in at your haunted museum. Oh my God, like $1,200 for a night for a team. I'm sure.
Well, if I was in a commercial area, I live in a residential area,
Oh yeah.
so you got to be careful with a lot of that
For
stuff. With
sure. Yeah. The
yeah,
zoning and all
but
that. Yeah. You got to be careful. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
that's why I wanted to always get it relocated and put into a commercial type environment. But like I said,
Would you
today
do
it's just
would you
so
do like a
ridiculous.
haunted location, like a haunted house? Wouldn't that be cool? Like to pick a
That'd be super cool.
that'd be
Super.
really cool. Yeah, that would be awesome if you could find like a local historically haunted house that was for sale.
Yep.
Yeah. Problem is money.
That's that.
can you hear me now?
Like yeah. Yeah.
Turn, man, every turn. We almost had it, Johnny.
So you can't hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you,
You
bud.
can't hear me at all.
No, I can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you, bud.
Okay. So with all the pieces, okay, if you put all those pieces into a haunted location, do you think that the pieces would become more active? Do you think that they would
Well, I
grow
have
energy wise
Maybe
by
I
that,
could
being
that
all
that's it.
together?
right?
That's hit or miss. You could
Yeah.
because I have brought objects out when I am out, investigating at different places.
Mhm.
For the longest time, I held off not doing it, and then it was just like, okay, Might as well take some of the things out. I don't. When it comes into the deep dark stuff, I'm not interested in bringing that out. I have no interest in doing something that could cause more aggravation in a reverse type environment. Haunted dolls, haunted items, that have human energy attached to it or just energy attached to it. I don't have a problem with that. But, again, when it comes into the hardcore stuff, I'm not interested in taking that out on the road. No. No.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You're talking about taking stuff from the museum out on
I
the
could
road.
see.
Yeah, no, I do that. Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, you do. Okay,
Well,
yeah.
but like the Dow that they took down to New Orleans. I was curious about that too. What your thoughts were on that, as far as there's a lot of.
Yeah, okay. He's talking about the Annabelle doll.
Yeah, I think that's what.
Yeah.
No,
huh?
Yeah, that's what he's asking. He's asking. So you brought the Annabelle doll to Louisiana?
I think it's all work.
No, I don't own the Annabelle doll. I don't have the Annabelle doll.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it's not the Annabelle doll.
I know it. He doesn't own it, but my thoughts were, as far as bringing something that out in, I look at it as being.
I know what he's
something
saying.
That
he's saying
should be guarded at all times. And
hold on, Greg. You're breaking up really bad. He's saying, do you think that if you bring like a haunted object like the Annabelle doll, right? If you were to bring that to a actual another haunted location, what do you think that would do to the activity at that location? Do you think that would enhance the activity? Do you think that would cause any kind of difference? Maybe I don't know, some sort of.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I can answer that. Bringing a haunted item like Annabelle into a location. Do I think the location is haunted? Is that going to ramp up activity? Yeah. Energy's energy. Once it starts combining, and you're creating it from the environment you're bringing it into, the people you have with you, and bringing all that in, you're creating a perfect storm as far as the energy goes in the activity. So thus, do I think bringing any type of an item, especially like the Annabelle doll, out, and is it going to ramp up the activity? Absolutely, I'm going to say yes to that. There's no doubt in my mind about that, because I've seen that with other items also, that are pretty, let's, for the sake of it, just say supercharged with energy. And that item has brought into those areas, and the activity will be super charged up. Actually, I just seen it recently with a teddy bear that I had and I brought out to a location, and I haven't had it out of the museum in years, right? But I took it out, and at the past couple of times brought it down, and people were picking up things, getting EVPs or picking up all kinds of stuff off of this item. And I was like, wow, that really took me back, because I wasn't expecting it. But it did. It was interesting to see that, because nobody really knew the story about the teddy bear and knew, what it was involved with, till I started talking about it and was filling everybody in. But they were getting a lot of like I said, documentation off of it. So yes, all to answer that for you, absolutely. I think if you bring items like that in a location like that, it's going to create the perfect scenario to be able to get evidence from it, so to speak.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. It's kind of okay. So it's kind of like bringing trigger objects, right? Like
same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like is it a reverse thing though, sort of. You're bringing in like something that could potentially be haunted to a place
Are
that's
you
definitely haunted, and that
Johnny?
triggers. Yeah, that's an awesome idea. So interesting. What like what? Hmm. What do you think about putting
So
sensors
can you
in
hear
like
now?
haunted dolls and stuff,
No.
and like
Can you hear
haunted
me?
objects? Like, have you ever taken? I don't know, like, have you ever done experiments like reading the resistance through objects during like sessions like paranormal investigations, like when you're asking questions, doing EVP sessions, or anything like that? Have you ever done any kind of had anybody do that type of kind of inductive work experiments on items during your haunted collector um, experience?
The things from the TV show, just what we were recording there or when we did our actual investigations. But when I'm out at events and people are around and they have their equipment and they're putting it around the items to see, if they can get anything recorded or pick up any activity or anything off of it. Yeah, that's a constant.
So did Brian ever do anything like that during the show? Because I feel like he did something similar to like testing like resistance through objects, but I just can't remember. Because that was one of my favorite parts about the show is like the sciencey stuff that he'd try to introduce to it too. But you know yeah. So have you and Brian ever done any kind of work just like on objects outside of the show?
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
When he comes over here, he's always poking around with that stuff.
Dude, me and Brian have to get together, man. We talked like a couple times on social media a long time ago. He probably doesn't even remember who I am. But yeah, tell Brian to holler at me, dude. And yeah, we got to do some nerdy like sciencey stuff.
He does that all.
Some
That's
high
Brian's
voltage
MO.
stuff, bro. We'll get out some like neon sign transformers. We'll hit like 40,000 volts. We'll build a giant Tesla coil and like stir up some spirits, Brian. Come on, holler at me. Yeah, but anyway, go ahead, Greg.
Coil.
Are you good now, Greg?
I apologize.
Oh, you're still not good. Okay, well, Johnny,
I
you're stuck with me.
apologize if you could hear me.
You're cut. There you go.
Keep the winds.
I
Yep.
spoke too soon. Okay. How long?
Am I here?
I don't know if you're here. Am I
No?
here?
Oh,
So how long?
am
How
I?
long is?
Yeah,
How
I
long
can
is?
hear you. I can hear you.
Well,
And
how
I can
long
hear
is your show
Johnny.
tonight? Is it an hour tonight?
Yeah, no, it's just
we
an
got
hour, guys.
Just an hour. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
no. That's why I was gonna say I don't
5
want to
minutes.
keep Johnny too long. So I know it's been kind of rough on him anyway because you're in and out. But hey,
We
well,
can't
Johnny,
any longer than 3 feet. 3 feet though down the road.
it sounded like he said I
Because
can't
of
kick any further than
this
3 feet down
crazy,
the road.
and it's the weather and it's the winds right now, and causing all this problem. That's what's doing.
Yeah. Signal. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're getting through it. We're getting through it.
Yeah. Man, we're having a good time
I-
here. We're talking our heads off here. Well, I'm talking my head off. Anyway, so Greg, anything you want to try to?
I know you guys are. I keep on having a foot right back and.
I'm only jumping in because you're breaking up. That's I'm not trying to steal your show, Greg.
I can listen quite a bit.
I'm just trying to help you out. Okay, so Johnny, anything interesting coming up that you're doing? Any events you're going to that
You know,
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. I got them listed on my.
Sorry, you are. Thank you.
Do you want to tell everybody where you're going to be at anytime soon? Is there
I can't think right offhand of. They're
Okay.
all listed. They're all listed on my Facebook page.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, all the events and different things that I do and
About
that I'm
Robert.
attending. Yep. So they're there. You can just
So
spot them and see what's happening. Yep.
just hop on old Johnny
How about Robert
Zapps'
Vidal?
Facebook page and give him a follow, give him likes on everything he does, and he's got all his events listed there on his Facebook page. And Johnny, we really do appreciate you coming on tonight. It is an honor to talk to you, and I'd like to have you on. I'd like for me to interview you on the Paranormal Task Force Operation podcast also. It's a little bit more informal. We'll just kind of talk about whatever. It's we're just gonna like get into the weeds, man. Like not like weed, but like into the weeds, But
sounds good, dude. Sounds
okay,
good.
man. Yeah. So I'll holler at you. And Greg, you got anything to say? Okay, guess not. So also, Supernatural Inc., Paranormal Task Force X, Paranormal Task Force X. We've got tons of events coming up.
It's been an honor once again. And it's great.
Well, Greg, it was good. Again, we hung in there. We got through it, buddy. Sorry, for you also. I know you feel bad that it was cutting up and everything like that, but we got through it.
We did it. We improvised. All right, Johnny.
All right, guys.
Johnny, I'm gonna let you go. And,
all right, guys.
Thank you. God bless. And
we'll be talking,
dude. Talk to you soon, man.
All right, man. Take care.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Wow, that was really good, Greg. That was a good show, brother. Man, it's always so good to talk to Johnny. Look, dude, I'm so sorry. I missed all y'all's comments. Oh my God. I was so just. All right, hold on. I'm going to go back and read the comments here. We told Greg Gremlins was in his basement.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Greg should go to Paracon one day, and when you're speaking, John Z, I don't know if he met you in person yet. Laura Colley says, good evening. Great question. That's where research comes in handy too.
No,
it's about the capture of the process of understanding the situational process. KD, my brother, how you been, man? I haven't seen you since we did that episode together in Antioch, Illinois, a handful of years ago, dude. Yeah, we need to hook up, dude. Letriana Brown says, hello, Johnny. Kimberly, Michelle,
we were all in.
Hey, Johnny, huh? What'd you say?
Yeah. Did you know we were all in Antioch together?
Yeah.
Did you hear
Kimberly, Michelle, Trent, KD?
We were all in Antioch.
Yeah, so cool.
We were all in Antioch together.
Yeah, no.
We all were there.
Uh-huh.
I was across the street from you guys over at
I think I met you there. Is that the first time we met?
Or whatever it was.
Is that the first time we met?
No, I met you back in Chicago.
Oh, that's right. But that wasn't that far. That wasn't that long before that, dude. That was like before that.
Sherilyn Cotter was there. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Cheryl. Yeah. Cheryl
that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Dude, I got to get a good desk. I moved. You see my new background? Isn't it pretty?
She's a wonderful girl.
See this new background?
Yeah, I did. Yep.
It's a work in progress. I got all my cool stuff, all my ghost box stuff, and the laser audio transmitter. I got my Papa Legma voodoo doll. I got in New Orleans. All right, that's Papa Leg.
Is that other? Is that yeah? Is that other one up there?
I got freaking demonic Furbies.
The one up there, left one that.
This one's mute. He doesn't make any noise. I'm gonna have to skin him soon and fix his wires going to his speaker. This one right here has seen some shit. He's been through some shit. Leave him alone. Yeah, I got all my weird shit behind me here. Not all of it. It's just a fraction of it.
It's not smoking.
And my mama made me that quilt right there. And I even got my South Carolina flag up. Yeehaw, boy.
And thank you for.
Are you done? Are we done? I thought we were going to go a little longer. I'm having a good time.
There you go.
We can go as long as we want, Greg. We can dance if we want to.
It's great.
We can leave our friends behind.
It's all the weather. It's the weather.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what, Kimberly, we're going to do a thing at the Patterson house. Kimberly, Michelle, Trent, we're going to do a thing at the Patterson house. We'll probably do like a small, like a 10-person event there, like an overnight event, and it'll include the room. It's a bed and breakfast also, so the price of the tickets will include the room and dinner and all that stuff. So just go to our Supernatural Inc. Facebook page and just keep an eye on events. Actually, and the PTF Facebook page, and our Eventbrite is Paranormal Task Force X.
She worked with me from Warren Legacy.
You need a demonic Furby. Yeah, dude.
Should be great.
Let's go longer. What's that? Yeah, we're going longer. Come on, save the dance.
Why do you think we
Yeah. Just make sure you keep an eye out.
We can.
I'm putting a roster up. We're gonna do T-shirts.
As long as you can, I can hear you.
Yeah, Greg, if you're done, that's cool. I'm gonna game stream here in a few minutes anyway. So if anybody still wants to talk to me, I'll be on there.
No, I can hear you.
Greg, I'm just gonna go ahead and kill it because I can't hear nothing you're saying.
Wilson, you got no place. Did you hear me? No.
Yeah, you're in and out. I think we should go ahead and end it. We had a really good show.
I was saying
we should go ahead and kill it.
Okay. Thank you very much for that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
I wanted
to. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, what?
Kill it because we can't hear anything Greg's saying. So thank you all for watching tonight. I thought it was a great show. Greg, you did great. I know you were having technical problems, not your fault, but I think I carried us through. I got us through, and I think it went well. And I hope to talk to Johnny Zaffis in the future. And all right, let's y'all be good. Okay. We love y'all, and stay spooky out there.
Ha 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 ha.